Hello and welcome to the ScottSportscast Fantasy Football League NFL Week 3 picks. Today I'm joined by a slew of my co-hosts here. We got Jesse, George, and True. How are you guys doing?
Doing great. Awesome.
Yo, what's going on, ScottSportscast Nation?
All nailed it this time. What it do? Oh, just football day. Got a game on tonight.
NFL Weekly Pick'ems. Let's get it, fellas. Let's start with the Thursday night game taking on tonight. Who do we have here? The host that boasts, Mr. Alex Scott.
We have the Dolphins traveling to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Wow.
Nice. Pretty decent.
Better than I thought, worse than I hoped.
Yeah.
Why I'd be a Raptor. Little arms.
Velociraptorsaurus.
With some fresh Nikes on. Hell yeah. All right.
Call myself Velociraptor.
So, as True was saying before the podcast started, some shots fired, huh?
Yes, sir.
Shots game. Why don't you go ahead and tell us what happened, True?
Well, just on the football, they were talking. Ryan Fitzpatrick was talking about his beard and how Minshew might not be able to grow one because yada yada. And Minshew was like, I'm not going to comment anything. I would just respect my elders, my very elders, So that's how he got him back. So I'm thinking there's a little bad blood this game. So I'm thinking, they're both going to really be going at it, especially if Ryan Fitzpatrick starts. But I'm rolling with the Jags in this one, because they're at home, and I feel like Minshew's going to have a bigger chip on his shoulder than Fitzpatrick did or does. So that's going to be my pick. And the Jags, they don't really have much to lose. They're just all in. They got themselves this season. So when you ain't got nothing to lose, you just play.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to agree with you here. I think that the Jags have been playing teams a little bit tougher than the Dolphins have. I'm not sold on Miami. Miami's got to win, and they got to prove to me that they can win and be
exactly
a team before I start giving them the benefit of the doubt. So
exactly, and that's what the Jags are doing.
But I would say definitely think about starting Ryan Fitzpatrick. Think about let's see, Jordan Howard. Is he's still
hard to get? I think he scored a touchdown last week.
Yeah, well, check this out, guys. Miami has a passing attack, no rushing, and Jaguars have no passing and only rushing. So they're both 20th, what they're worst in the 20s, what they're worst at, and about 12th on what they're best at.
Okay.
So teams seem pretty even.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be a rushing versus vertical
and
attacks.
That's all that is the reason why, it makes me want to watch it. You know what I mean? Because, it's going to be an even game. You know what I mean? It's going to, the matchup is really, we're going to see who prevails, the passing or the rushing. You know what I mean?
Well,
I expect whatever team. Yep.
Have a good offense or a good defense. They're both bottom.
Exactly. It's going to be up to their weak links to win the games for them.
Yeah, Miami has the third worst defense. So Gardner Minshew is going to be able to probably find receivers.
Exactly. That's what I'm feeling. And I'm giving him credit. The dude's he's been doing good. So he kind of fresh on the scene, but I'm liking his swagger. You know what I mean? Like he seems like he don't take no shit.
Yeah, I can't take shit when you wear jorts.
Yeah. That's it.
That Copenhagen ring in his pocket, We see that pack of skull in your pads, bro. You ain't slick.
Yeah, Gardner Minshew's mustache can slam a revolving door.
A revolving door. That's good.
Gardner Minshew can
Right.
use.
So as far as the Jags go, I would say you could probably start both teams here. I think both teams will have some success against each other.
Yeah,
So,
most definitely because the matchup. Most
but
definitely.
there is usually a Thursday night curse where Thursday night games don't put up as many points. But as we saw last week, it's a weird brand new season, and you can't rely on trends from the past. So
Yep.
I would say this is going to be some fantasy points here tonight, this game. But give me the
Hmm.
Jags squeezing it out here.
Yep.
Yeah, I also got the Jaguars winning this one solely based on the fact that they're going to be able to control the clock better with their run game.
Run game.
But Miami, this one could go either way. It's just who's really going to strike and kind of keep the momentum.
Yeah, because Miami's
I,
corners have been the best part of their defense. Not saying that it's been great, but their corners, so they're gonna have to rely on that run game a little bit more. But if they get that run game going, which the Jags are strong at, it might open some things up for some smaller crossing routes and stuff like that. So, definitely focus more on your running back for the Jags, and then
yeah.
if you need to start some receivers and you're in a deep league, then look for the Jags. But I would try to avoid them, but they're probably not that bad of a play.
Yeah, especially against Miami, not a well oiled team yet, or if they ever will be. I was gonna say too. What was I gonna say? I feel like just guard Minshew is just more consistent than Ryan Fitzpatrick too. Fitzpatrick, he'll do good, but then he'll do bad. You know what I mean?
Go 4
So
touchdowns
he's
one game
kind of
and
up
then
and down.
4 interceptions the next.
Yeah, exactly. So he's more. So I feel like Gardner Minshew is more consistent so far. He's been doing like a better job. You know.
Can
So
Well,
we say
there is
that
go ahead.
can we say that Ryan Fitzpatrick is the Ray Allen of the NFL?
Just
may
about.
as well. Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
deadly.
And I'm just like he's still getting the jobs.
No happy.
Well, and remember the sophomore slump's real. They didn't have a
Yeah.
real off-season training camp, so him and his receivers
Yeah.
and his
Plus,
offensive line.
Yeah.
So that's probably why they're running the ball a little bit more, is to get their offense figured out and get a little bit of
Mhm.
an identity going first. And then
Mhm.
they lost Leonard Fournette, which they built that team around.
Which I picked up on waivers.
Yep.
good pickup.
Yeah.
Mhm. Gotcha, George.
I was thinking between him or Jared McKinnon. I went
Yeah.
McKinnon
Yeah,
because he's the
exactly. When you
true
said
number one
McKinnon, I was
now.
like,
Yeah.
please, Yeah.
Yeah.
I
He's the
just,
true number one, which is the only reason, but I was thinking about Fournette.
yeah. No,
I
I'm
got
seeing him more as a flex, maybe get a touchdown in a few yards, because
Yeah.
my flexes haven't been doing good, the wideouts.
Yeah, my running backs are pretty solid, except Derrick Henry doesn't like to play football this year. But
Yeah.
we'll get back to these NFL games
Yeah.
here.
Oh, he'll
Yeah.
get rolling.
Sure thing.
It's just cold. You got to let that engine warm up. It's been sitting. So once it gets
Yeah.
rolling, it's going to be
Most
like a fresh.
definitely.
But
I don't think they're
so
going to run him into the
No,
ground before playoffs.
all I
the
know
more
is that my refrigerator needs to tie up his cleats and start running.
Your
Is your fridge
refrigerator.
running? Because Derrick
Real
Henry
talk.
ain't.
Real talk.
All right.
okay,
So
Jesse, were you still there?
no, I
He's
didn't see him.
getting ready
Oh,
for work. Okay, yeah. Who do you got? Miami Dolphins or Jaguars? Jaguars are the home team. Both these teams are pretty bad statistically.
Mhm. What are their records, Alex?
not in good.
0-2 for the Dolphins and 1-1 for
Jags. Got you. Yeah. I think they're gonna be 2-1. They're gonna get that momentum. Like, hey guys, you know what I mean? We're in that fight now. Now it's time to keep that momentum and just keep fighting. Hopefully for playoffs. I think it's gonna give them confidence if they get this win.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So what's our first Sunday game?
We have my Chicago Bears. The Bears. We got the Bears taking on Atlanta Falcons in Atlanta.
So this is an
Yeah.
interesting game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one will go a lot of different ways. So I'll start with the keys to this game. It's going to be shutting down those wide receivers, Julio Jones and Kelvin Ridley. Julio Jones probably won't be so hard to shut down right now, but
Mm-hmm.
he's not having a great start, and he's missing a lot of balls that are playable. He can
Yeah.
make.
He's frustrated.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then so then it's gonna depend. Are we gonna put the rookie on him, Jalen Johnson, who's been playing pretty well since he got bucked by Marvin Jones. Ever since then, that welcome to the NFL, rookie.
Yep. You gotta get it sometime.
Got its
First
lick
time I
in.
ever got hit in football, I got laid out.
Yep.
So welcome to the game.
Pretty much we all do.
That's it,
But then I would much rather see Kyle Fuller covering Kelvin Ridley this game.
Yeah, locking that up, huh?
Yeah, because Ridley's been the one who has really stepped up his game this year, and he's getting all of the points. He's getting all.
He's been capable. Didn't he came from Alabama, right?
Yeah, I believe it was.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
We have his little brother, Riley Ridley, on the team. He's a wide receiver too. I want to say he's third or fourth depth chart.
That's cool. That's cool.
So as long as we can keep the run game going strong with David Montgomery, give Mitch some protections. Mitch makes the good throws like he's been making. He had 2 interceptions last week, but when one of them's tipped up straight into the air, yeah, that ball could have been a little bit better. But I mean, when that ball pops up straight in the air, it's anybody's chance to get that ball. And when it has hang time, it's usually the other team. So, and then the other one, Allen Robinson's got that stolen straight out of his hands. He went for his vintage, catch it over him, moss him, and didn't work that
ripped
time.
Out. That's it. Just a gritty defensive play. It happens.
He had the hands on the ball. You need to have the strong in that situation.
Yep.
But so he got it ripped right out of his hands.
That's
so
it. Just got outplayed for the play.
I don't know if I put either on Mitch. Unless you say with the decision to go there. But so I say Mitch keeps the ball rolling here. I could see the Bears squeaking out a 21-17 kind of game. What do you guys got on this game? What do you think?
You want to go first, George?
You go ahead, break it down.
Okay. Chicago Bears against Atlanta. What I'm thinking is Gurley's out. He's not pretty much producing like I've been saying for a while. So he's out. Julio seems like he's frustrated off to a slow start. And like you said, Ridley, maybe you put your number 1 on him. I definitely give the edge up to the Bears on defense. That's for sure. And, I think this is Mitch's time. I think, he's starting to get the hang of it. And I think he's tired of the people questioning his skill. I seen him, start keeping the play alive and, looking downfield and making some nice passes. So I think he's starting to get the hang of it. And, if the defense can just help him out, I could see the Bears, going places. So, I'm not going to trust Matt Ryan because I don't anymore. I just feel like he's too inconsistent. And if he doesn't have his wideouts, he's not making anything else happen, Well,
also with the Bears' heavy pass rush, too. If
exactly.
And Robert Quinn are both.
Yeah, exactly.
Look out. But Robert Quinn, first play he was in, I think, was his strip sack.
Exactly, man. I miss him.
And I think it was Khalil Mack or Akeem Hicks picked it up.
Tell him in L.A. we miss him, Robert Quinn.
Robert Quinn stripped it out. Khalil Mack picked it up. They were both at the quarterback.
Nice. Yeah, that's
That
two good
was-
stats right there. Got a forced fumble and a recovery.
And then you
All
still have to
right.
work.
So let me tell you guys what's actually going to happen. It's going to
Mhm.
be a low-scoring game.
I see it.
Bears defense is going to be able to keep up with those Atlanta receivers. You know, Kyle Fuller. Then you got Eddie Jackson in the backfield, keeping everything covered for the deep passes for Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley Jr. So here's my spicy take of the week. Sit Julio Jones. Don't start him.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say go ahead and start your other Atlanta receivers. I would
Calvin
say
Ridley.
stay away from Atlanta's run game.
Yep.
Maybe even stay away from Matt Ryan a little bit unless you're in a deep
Yeah,
league.
you
You don't have
absolutely
any
need
better
to.
option.
Yeah.
But I don't see Trubisky going off. I see him having an average day.
Maybe a game managing day.
I see maybe another 2-2. 2 touchdowns, 2 interception, or 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, or a fumble.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that the Falcons are as easy of a team as people make them out to be. I think they play a little bit tougher, and they just kind of gassed in the last quarters here, which has been their MO since the Super Bowl, as we all know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, catch a Trubisky maybe having a little game-winning drive for a field goal. Kicker actually makes it. So,
Yeah, Carlos Santos, since Eddie Pinero.
So give me the Bears something like 17-14 here.
That's what I was going for, 17-14.
So
But
check this.
Start Montgomery. Start. I don't know if you can trust Allen Robinson. He hasn't been putting up the fantasy points. He hasn't been making the catches, getting the touchdowns that he needs to get.
Been making catches, just not the touchdowns.
Yeah. So I would say be cautious of A-Rob this week.
Flex it bet.
Flex
it
at best. But if you got better options, definitely look towards them. But yeah, don't look for too many fantasy points this game. That's my breakdown.
Well, check this out. Atlanta Falcons are 4th in total offense, 2nd in passing, but 31st in total defense.
That's what I'm saying.
And then
Wow.
Shootouts with people.
Tough,
And
but not tough enough, George.
You can't let it turn into a shootout. You know, that's
Yeah.
the only.
Well, guess
I'm
what? Their strength is the receiver. So you definitely need to shut them down, and you can do that with the Bears secondary. And whenever you got Robert Quinn and Khalil Mack rushing the passer,
It's always a good
a lot
day.
of pressure on Matt Ryan, and he's going to force some bad throws. So I don't see it looking like the number 2 offense in the league this week.
Yeah, exactly. That was, that's surprising. The number 2, that really surprised me.
About Akeem Hicks, Danny Trevathan, and Eddie Jackson also back there, because Eddie Jackson will be able to roll over and give the rookie some help whenever he's on Julio or Ridley.
Yeah, or you can put your number 1 on Ridley and then shade coverage to Julio. There's ways around things.
Game against
Julio hasn't been looking like himself. He didn't look very good last week. Had a lot of easy drops, alligator arm in it. Maybe slowing down a little bit. I don't know if he's got some injuries or just a slow start, but I'm not as high on Julio Jones this year as a lot of other people are.
Yeah, exactly.
Look for him to regress a little bit here.
Starting to look a little long in the tooth,
All right, so what's our next game?
Anybody going for Atlanta?
I can see them winning. I just see it's a game-winning field goal either way, but I think that because it's at Soldier Field, right?
I hope Koo gets a lot of touchdowns though, because my fantasy.
Is that Soldier Field, Alex?
No, it's in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah, Falcons play better in a dome, so.
Yeah.
I don't know. Actually, give me the Falcons by 3 here. I think that they get an upset here. And I don't think it's the Bears' fault, really. I think maybe it's like the kicker's fault or something like that. But I don't think that it's because of the Bears' offense or defense.
What's going to matter too is turnovers. that defense get to the quarterback and get some turnovers. Get one, maybe even if two, that'd be,
I could definitely see them losing it on defense if they do. Just a late, maybe been on the field for a long time, give up a couple chunk plays, and then boom, they're in that field goal range George was talking about. So I could see that too. Bears usually play down to their opponents, which I freaking hate. It's like the teams you should blow out, it's like a 3-point win or loss. Like, so.
Yeah, you should always blow out the number 2 offense in the league, right? Especially if you're not number 1.
I'm not saying with just Atlanta, but I'm saying, with the defense, Mitch needs to do something. So
yeah, and Atlanta, who they play? They played Tampa Bay. No, they didn't play Tampa Bay. Who they play first?
Who they play?
I forgot. But then they played the Cowboys defense, who hasn't been very good either. So
yeah, who did they play first?
Well, they blew that comeback. They had like a 30-point lead that they blew.
So yeah. Anyway, so let's get to the next game here. So we got 2 Bears, 1 Atlanta here.
Yep. We have the Rams taking on the Bills at Buffalo. Why don't you let Dossie? Why don't you take this one away?
Well, I'm gonna say, people, I'm going my Rams. It's a little biased pick, but I believe in my team. Yeah, I just believe in my team. Josh Allen. Don't get me wrong. He's proven that he's a gamer. But I just don't think the supporting cast. Stephon Diggs is gonna be matched up with Ramsey, or he's gonna be the big threat. So and then on top of that, you're gonna have that pressure with Aaron Donald up the middle. Throwing Allen off. So I just think overall, my team's better on offense. And it has a chance on defense.
Yeah, especially with Ramsey taking out your best receiver, but the Bills do have the number 1 passing offense. So
yeah, that's true. That's true though. Yeah, I'm not saying it's gonna be easy.
So it's gonna be about
no slouch, but we got the offense to keep up with their offense. Plus, we have a defense, and I'm not sure where their defense is at.
Yeah, so Bills are 3rd, you're 5th total offense. So it's like, there you go.
Yeah.
Pretty even on offense. But what it really comes down to is I think that the Rams are going to be able to slow the Bills down enough to make sure that they outscore, because when you have Aaron Donald coming up the middle on you every play, the Bills haven't played the best defenses yet. So
exactly.
But prove to me this game that you can keep it up against the Rams, and then I'm gonna start saying like, yeah, okay, that offense is going.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If they show out this game, I'm be a nice little believer in the Bills.
Yeah, the Bills are a tough team, but I don't think that they're the highest. Like, they still got some problems with that offensive line. They got to get that taken care of, and then they got to get Singletary a little bit more involved in this offense. But like you said, Rams have been playing really good ball. Really hard to stop that offense when you got guys like Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp.
The ball's going all over the place. Never know who to.
You got to cover, that entire field. So give me the Rams here. I would say start your Rams. The only one I would be cautious about starting for the Bills would be either John Brown or Stephon Diggs. I don't know who's going to be on Ramsey. I don't know who's going to be their primary focus.
Yeah, I think they're going Ramsey on Diggs. That's why my gut feeling is.
I think you should Diggs out the equation.
Yeah, I would say go John Brown. But if John Brown starts doing well, they might switch Ramsey to him.
Yeah, exactly. They use them however they want,
It's a tough game whenever you play the Rams and the receiving guessing game here. But I would say start John Brown, sit Stephon Diggs.
Okay.
And give me the Rams winning this one. moving to 3-0.
Yeah. The Bills. I mean, this is the game to prove that you're no slouch. You're third on offense, fifth on defense. So let's see if it's true. You're gonna go up against a solid, well-oiled Rams team. Have chemistry
Well-oiled.
for a while. Playoff teams. So prove it to me, and then I'll be like, "Go Bills!"
Yep.
But they have a shot to win this game. I'm not trying to say that.
Yeah,
they
I'm not counting them out either. You know, not gonna count them out.
They got a
Some
shot,
people
but not
but,
going to happen.
I just think the Rams' experience of that team is going to show, especially late in the game. And Bills will get there, though. Bills will get there.
Yeah.
Just a matter of more games.
Most definitely.
Well, I think that the only team that Aaron Donald does not have a sack against is the Philadelphia Eagles. So look for him to get back to his busy form and wrecking the quarterback here, getting off those double and triple teams. So look for the Rams defense to bounce back a little bit here.
George's like, he's going to have to try to get that sack next year.
Yep, because it ain't going to be the playoffs.
That's it.
All right, who we got next here? What's our next match? So we all taking Rams?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, is Jesse still here?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
For sure.
Well, let us know, man.
I've been here the whole time, comrade.
Oh,
We
nice.
just haven't heard from you.
You know, Jesse, no indication.
No confirmation.
None.
Every
So
time we're like,
break it down here, Jesse.
What up?
Go ahead, break us down here.
I can't see that thing. What's up?
Rams against Bills.
Ooh, that's a tough one, man.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Allen's been balling out, man.
Yep, I feel it.
number one passing
game strong, dude, over there. But Rams is always a tough team. They got a solid D always, so it's a tough one for me to choose. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to go undecided with this one, man.
Gotta pick something. It's okay. You can say Bills. It won't offend me. This is sports talk. I'm a big boy. I can take it.
Give me the Rams by 30. No, I'm joking.
Can I get the yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go with Rams then.
Most definitely.
I'll go Rams.
We're all pretty locked in on that.
Did you pick up Bears or Falcons here? Hey,
What's up?
Jesse, did you give your takes for the other games, like the Bears and Falcons and stuff?
For that one, dude, I'm gonna have to go with Bears, man. Falcons right now is looking pretty shitty right now, dude.
Number 2 offense, pretty shitty.
Defense is shitty, but their offense.
Surprisingly, huh, Jess?
No.
It's only week 2. Like, you can't, there's no, you don't have much to go by. It's off week 2,
I remember the Miami Dolphins going like 5-0, 6-0, like every year, and then falling apart. So definitely is a 16-game season, not a.
Exactly.
Not
Definitely, this is week 3?
Yep.
Okay, week 3.
Next week's the first quarter of the season, so we'll see.
Yep. We won't know anything till week 5.
And all the coaches are going to be if they don't start wearing their masks, because they already fined like 7 teams, $100K each for the coach.
That's insane, dude.
Hey, so you're going to pay $100K because you don't want to wear.
You're going to have to kill me to get my $100K over a mask. I'm sorry, I'm not paying that fine.
Yeah, just don't get mad at whatever crazy ass mask I decide to buy for 10 to $100K.
Yeah,
Jeez. But dad like Cardi B.
It's gonna have like lights and stuff all over it. It's gonna be crazy.
Man, them players be getting
fireworks coming out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's for the coaches. So the coaches don't make as much as the players. So that's 10% of $1 million. 100K. So there you go. That's a hefty fine just for not wearing your mask, you know.
Hefty. Especially imagine the players who don't have it like that in the league.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
it's
like
not the players that are getting fined, it's the coaches because they're not keeping.
okay.
Oh, I thought it was the
players
players getting fined. I didn't know it was the coaches.
No, the
Oh,
the
okay.
don't have to wear masks, but everyone else on the sideline does because you're in to the players who don't have a mask. So you have to wear it.
Yeah.
But that's why Andy Reid's smart. Everyone wanted to make fun of his little face shield, but when you got the face shield, you don't have to wear a mask.
Yep, I saw that. I saw that face shield too. I was like, look at this
They
guy.
were making fun of the fog, not the fake.
Yeah, but now it's like he ain't getting fined $100K, and he could still speak and breathe and all that.
Yep.
But so yeah, I mean, if they keep that kind of stuff up, then that's what's going to shut the league back down. Like just do it so everybody can get back to life.
Well,
Themselves.
is this the first time that somebody associated with the NFL has thought that they were above the law?
No.
Every NFL player thinks, or coach person thinks they can just do whatever they want. They can't.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Pete Carroll. It's like you could still smack your gum, you know, in your mask, bro. You don't need to pay $100K to do it. A pricey pack of gum.
That's right, juicy fruit.
Priciest. It better make my teeth all white.
Hey, that's juicy fruit. Or what's that? Willy Wonka, the never-ending gobstopper. It's a gum form. It never runs out of flavor. Well, back to the games. We have our next one. We have the Washington football team taking on the Cleveland Browns at Cleveland.
Interesting.
Give me the Washington football team taking out the tumbling Browns here. Browns, they have not looked good. They may have done some good things against the Bengals, but hey, that's the Bengals.
The Bengals, real talk.
Week 1, when they played a real team, as in the Ravens, we got to see a little bit that the Browns haven't put together an offense. Odell Beckham, who knows what's going on there? Jarvis Landry, sick.
Exactly.
You could start your Browns. I probably wouldn't though. You can start Chubb. He's usually solid. Don't start Baker. I can see him getting sacked quite a bit this game. Maybe losing the ball, something like that, a couple times. Start Terry McLaurin. Shoot, I would even say Haskins is a sneaky play if you're in need.
Mm-hmm.
If you want a sleeper of the week, maybe some Haskins here can get you some points. But other than that, I'm not taking a chance on Odell Beckham. Not really taking a chance on Landry. I feel there's better options out there than those receiving cores. So go with them. I would say Jet. Just Terry.
Yeah, wish you're on a different team.
Maybe Haskins.
Yeah, both. I'm gonna go with the Browns on this one, just because they got a really good rushing attack with Nick Chubb. I think that he's going to be able to do some work against that defense. But also, if you look at the Washington's offense, they have the 31st worst offense. So, I just don't see him being able to put up enough points against.
Well, offensively against legit Browns defense too.
It's going to come down to Nick Chubb really eating up the clock, especially late. OBJ, and I think Jarvis Landry is my sleeper of this week. I think he's going to do some good things. But yeah, I mean the Browns middle of the pack on everything. It's just Washington has no offense. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with the Browns on this one. Probably by 10. I say it's a clear win by the Browns. Maybe 24-14.
What do you got, Trey?
After Alex put it that way, I think I will go with the Browns here. Just the fact that their offense is better and you have more I'll say weapons than the offense on Washington.
You
So
got more names than players?
yeah, in a way, but you have Odell Beckham and Landry. You know what I mean? So if Baker Mayfield is decent, he needs to win this game. You know what I mean? If he doesn't win this game, it's going to show little holes. You know what I mean? I think this, So I think I'm going to stick with the Browns. Like you said, Nick Chubb. The ground game, possibly. The wideouts, and Mayfield or Baker Mayfield being at least decent.
Yeah, I think
But
play better than
yeah, like you
has.
said, with the Washington, the 31st offense, I just don't trust that. Chase Young and Kerrigan are good, but you know what I mean? Like, I just think the Browns overall have more talent.
Yeah, I see that. How about you, Jesse?
How about you, George?
I already went with the Redskins. I think
Oh,
that
okay.
they just they got a better defense, and they're gonna be able to stop the run. They're gonna be able to stop the pass and make some points off of turnovers.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, but they're no
kind of my
slouch, though.
breakdown.
They're no slouch. I'm not going to say,
I don't have
So,
faith in the Browns. Have to. I've been saying this for about 10 years now. The Browns have to prove to me that they're a real team before I ever pick them,
yeah,
and they haven't done it yet.
yeah.
and neither has
I feel
Washington. I'm
I feel
going with the Browns.
Washington's proved it more than Cleveland has,
Yeah, I feel that.
in my
I don't know.
opinion.
I guess my pick is like it's more hopeful that the Browns will put it together this game rather than, you know what I mean?
That's a good theme for this game is hope.
Yeah,
We hope that this is going to be a good game. We hope that it's going to be entertaining. We hope
yeah,
that these teams aren't dumpster fires.
I
yeah.
can see the Browns being up like 9-0 at half. One of
I could definitely
You know?
see a 9-3 game here.
Yeah, that's good.
Jesse,
Ron Rivera.
who were you going with, Jesse?
For the Washington and Browns?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Washington.
Okay,
I feel
nice.
it.
What you
I
here?
feel it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like in a way I think Washington is tougher, but this is just my last pick to see what the Browns got, I mean, they got too many weapons for them not to be able to put up points. So this is, I think if Mayfield doesn't do anything, like he's going to be in
Can
a
I get
little
the
hot
number
seat.
16, but with no corn?
Number 16.
I'll mute him while he orders. What happens when you have me at the command? go off script.
All right. What's our next one here?
Let's see. That little back button, I can't wait till they come out with just voice activated computers. You just talk at it and it does what you need it to do.
They have those out already, bro.
Hey, go computer, go back one screen.
I'm saying expensive enough. They have one probably. Depends how much capital you want to pay.
Exactly.
If it was up to me, none. Look it up, but it's not how the world works, people. No matter how much you want it to. Handouts. There's only a certain amount of handouts.
Well, hey, you vote for Barry Sanders, you get what's his name? Bernie Sanders, you get your handouts. And then if you vote for Barry Sanders, you get your handoffs. So all right, what's our next game here?
We have the Titans taking on the Vikings in Minnesota. So we got Derrick Henry versus Dalvin Cook. Derek Henry would do me a solid and kind of get the engine revving this week. I would love to beat up on the Vikings.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, I think this is a game,
Yeah, this
and
game's a true toss-up.
3. I do like the Titans tight end. I just picked him up. He's a true red zone threat. He already got like 3 touchdowns.
Yeah,
but
the
then
passing Tennessee Titans this year, they're doing nothing but throwing the ball, it feels.
I feel that defense for the Vikings will do pretty good against the run with a slow Henry. But I don't see their corners being able to stop Tannehill from picking up some chunks.
Yeah, throwing it down there and getting some.
But I do see Delvin Cook going off this game, which worries me. So I think I'm gonna have to take the Vikings on this one. They're at home. They got a strong run offense. I'm not sure Titans' run defense is going to be good enough. But Tannehill can always light it up. I hope as a Bears fan for the Vikings to lose to move them to 0-3 and keep them down there at the division. I like to keep a game or two cushion. And especially if the Bears do lose to Atlanta, then that would negate that. So
your strategy is based on hope.
Now, I think that the Vikings don't win, though.
All right.
Yeah. It's based on hope and coin flips.
Just remember, Bears fan first, podcaster second.
Always.
All right. What do you got, True? You got the Rams winning this game, even though they're not in it? Yeah.
That's good. No, this game, you got, 2 good backs. But I think that Ryan Tannehill is outplaying the Vikings quarterback. I just think he's more on fire. And I think when you have Derrick Henry, I think, when he wants to get going, he's going to get going, I don't think there's going to be, much stopping. But I do, like you said, think the running backs are going to go off. But I'm going to give the edge to the Titans just by how I saw last season, how they shut down Lamar Jackson. I feel like they might come up with a scheme, to stop them. If they show that they can stop Lamar Jackson in the playoffs, I'm sure that they might have something up their sleeve, because they were the top offense and they just shut them down in playoffs. Got Ravens fans sick.
Yeah, this one's my true toss-up of the week. I really don't know. Either team can win this game the same way, with a solid run game and then making some plays in the passing game when they need. But, both these teams can air it out. They can both run it. I feel it's going to come down to whoever plays a little bit better defense. And I feel when it comes to the Vikings wide receivers, they're not as good as the Titans corners.
30 seconds.
There's just Adam Thielen, and he'll be with Logan Ryan will be on him, I assume. And then other than that, you got the rookie Justin Jefferson, hasn't really done a whole lot. So yeah, give me the Titans here, winning a close one, like a game-winning drive type field goal. So give me the Titans like 27-24 here. So start. It's so hard to say start Henry.
It is.
You gotta start him because I feel this is a game where he could get a touchdown or two.
And what's the Titans record?
Titans 2-0, I believe.
2-0. Okay, I feel it.
2-0.
Yeah, I think Henry's gonna go off just to show that he can do it. You know what I mean? Just
2-0.
They're gonna
Titans.
give him his carries.
2-0 Titans, 0-2 Vikings.
Yeah.
Vikings defense is Vikings have the 30th overall offense, 29th overall defense, and 32nd
Like Emmer's falling off.
and
Yeah,
passing.
but the Vikings have been in both of their games, so they're not getting outclassed. They're losing close ones, which
20th and
feels a little
rush.
deceptive at 0-2.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the Titans are a better team, and they should pull this one out.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm switching mine at the last second before the lock-in. I'm gonna go Titans on this one.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's a must win for Minnesota. You can't going
just-
down 0-3. That's gonna be tough. So it's gonna be a lot of pressure on Minnesota.
I don't have faith in Kirk Cousins right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm gonna go with the Titans.
Yeah.
Jesse, you want to lock in your answer?
Oh man.
Jesse
Vikings.
says,
I wanna go.
give me the Titans
wanna go
by order
Titans.
number 16.
Titans. Gotcha. Yeah, let's see. And then our next game, we have the Las Vegas Raiders coming off 1-0, taking on the one-on-one
Patriots, huh?
with Cam Newton at the helm.
Yeah, huh? Yeah, that's gonna be a game to watch.
I'll start this one off. Patriots looked good, but I did see the holes in their offense. I'm liking the way that the Raiders are playing right now. They're playing young. They're playing fast. They're playing explosive.
Yep.
They're getting their chunk plays. They're playing aggressive on defense. I see that ball continuing to roll for the Raiders. I'm going to take the Raiders in this one, the away team.
Right.
No.
It said the Raiders fan. Okay. You picked Patriots, right, Jesse?
Raider
All good.
Nation.
That's it. It's all the time, every time.
Yeah, so
We're not
this
just a
game-
city. We a nation.
Exactly. Get your spiked shoulder pads out.
right. Get your eye patches, folks, because you're going to need them after this game, after New England takes out the Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders coming off of a big win on Monday night here. A little bit of a short week. I believe that they have to travel to New England. And is it at New England?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so they got to travel to New England on a short week. Patriots play really good football at home.
Mm.
They lost a real close game on that final drive there, that last play of the game. They could have beat the Seahawks, who are a really good team this year. So give me the Patriots here, winning by like 4 to 7 points here. One score game, but more than a field goal. I think Cam gets it done. I think Julian Edelman continues to step up and show, he's a top receiver in this league, even though nobody likes to give him credit.
Yeah.
So, and the Patriots defense plays tough. They play a lot tougher at home. So give me a close one, but give me the Patriots here.
Okay, nice. Who you got, Dossie?
Well, it's gonna be rough because, like George said, coming a short week with the Raiders, and then having to travel, against Bill Belichick. I don't like that at all, for the Raiders. You know what I mean? Because that, they're coming off that short week, and you have less time to prep against, possibly the best head coach ever. So I know he's gonna have that scheme ready, and but I'm gonna pick the Raiders here because I feel like this is gonna be the game, a toss-up, a real toss-up, and I feel like the Raiders, they have John Gruden has them playing hard and everything. Offense is looking good and the defense is looking good. But I think it's going to come down to, if the Patriots win, it's going to have to be on Cam Newton's shoulders. Because I think that the Raiders offense is going to have the Patriots defense's number. I think it's going to have to all come down to Cam. So I picked the Raiders team over Cam Newton.
Yeah, I got you. At the same time, Raiders, they're hitting fire, but yeah, like Jesse said, John Gruden, he's a good coach. He knows how to
Yep.
scheme, and he's probably been watching Belichick for a
He's
long.
He's a player's coach too.
Doesn't he do the quarterback camps? Don't you think
Yep.
he's worked with Cam Newton before? He kind of understands how he plays.
I thought John Gruden was a doll that went around and murdered people named Chucky.
Oh,
Then he grew up, like Pinocchio became a real boy, so Chucky became a real boy and then became a football coach named John Gruden.
That's it.
yeah. At least a distant cousin, So, so True, you said you're gonna go with the Raiders on this one, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Raiders. I'm hoping for the Raiders. I hope they pull this one out. Hoping they pull it out. I think it's gonna take a team effort off the short week though. And Gruden's gonna be in their head like, we're coming off a short week, but we got to play hard. He can get his team fired up. So I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about the Raiders not being prepped.
Yeah, but at the same time too, I think this is possibly one of the games of the week.
Yeah, it is.
It's gonna be a good one.
Definitely. I definitely want to see it.
There's only one other one I'm looking forward to see, but not even that much anymore with Michael Thomas out. So we'll get to that one later.
All right. So what's next? Yeah.
So
Be right back, guys. I'm gonna use the bathroom.
Yes. We have the Niners traveling to take on the New York Giants.
Oh, yeah.
Even though the Niners are beat up, depleted at every single position, with no Saquon Barkley, and I don't even know if Shepard's back. I got the Niners in this one. Just
start your start your healthy Niners.
Challenge them. Yeah, start your healthy Niners. But I could still see Niners, probably putting up like 21-14 but I don't expect a blowout, like a 30-14. It's going to be a lot closer than that. But yeah, with no Saquon, it's going to be real, and Daniel Jones struggling with all of his receivers getting hurt. Yeah, it's going to be a long day for him if the Niners defense just plays up to par with their backups.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say, start the Niners that are healthy. Jared McKinnon, number one back there. He's a good start against that Giants defense who allowed 30 fantasy points to Montgomery or something like that. How many points did he have last week?
19, but he had over 100 rushing yards and a touchdown. Just beat him up the whole game, getting like 6 to 8 yards carry.
Yeah, so definitely. Yeah, definitely go ahead and start those Niners, and then after that, on the Giants side, don't start anybody. How about that? Giants are not in a good spot right now. Their best players are hurt. So give me the Niners winning decisively, maybe like a 24-10 or 24-13, something like that.
Yeah. Whose phone's ringing? Jesse, who do you have? You are breaking up bad.
I'm gonna go with Niners, man.
Okay, Niners.
Even though
For
they
the
got
record, that
like
was the
injuries,
Niners.
Or still? Okay.
Okay, so
Okay. Can you hear me?
okay, yeah, that's better.
Testing one. Testing.
Yes. Yeah, can you hear us?
Okay. Yeah, and I'm going to go with the Niners, even though they got a lot of injuries.
All right. Well, we'll get ready and we'll move on to our next game. So,
Nope, you didn't let me pick.
oh, I thought you already said Niners. All right, who
No,
you got?
I got the Niners. Got the Niners in this game. I definitely feel like, New York Giants aren't in a good spot, but anytime you have Kyle Shanahan, I think he's going to be able to out scheme whatever the Giants throw at him, So that's all. I just want to throw my pick in there. I think it's going to be that simple.
I feel Shanahan has always had Garrett's number. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I think that's going to be a clean pick for the Niners here. All right, our next.
Jason Garrett was their coach.
Yeah, I did too until last week.
Now it makes sense. So either got even worse.
Bears didn't play the Giants last week. I wouldn't have known that. Okay, so next up we have Bengals traveling to Philadelphia to take on the depleted Eagles, who just got Alshon Jeffrey back.
All right, I'll break this one down first.
Break it down.
Philadelphia Eagles not playing good football. They picked it up a little bit against the Rams, but they were outclassed. They just couldn't find their identity on offense. Got 3 starting offensive linemen out, trying to find some replacements to block your quarterback. He doesn't have much time to throw. Sit Carson Wentz. Jalen Reagor going to miss 6 to 8 weeks. I would say start Miles Sanders. He's going to be getting a lot of touches. He'll be getting his red zone targets. Wentz doesn't like to check the ball down that much, but he does like to throw the ball down the field to Miles Sanders, so he's always a great PPR option. As far as the Bengals go, take a shot on Joe Burrow. This Eagles defense has not been playing well. They got bad linebackers, so maybe look to start the tight end and maybe Joe Mixon's a sit, but I would say start Joe Burrow. Give him a shot. He might be able to do something against this Eagles team who's been struggling. But I got Eagles winning a sloppy game. I don't know, maybe like a 21-17 kind of sloppy game here.
You know what's funny is it has the Eagles at the ninth in defense. So they have a and the Bears right now. Crazy.
Yeah,
but I mean, those first 2 matchups really is what it is.
Eagles gave up about 30 points in both of the games. So
yeah, and then you have nothing special about the Bengals going here.
Yeah, sit Joe Mixon because the Eagles are still good against the run. So
yeah, so it's all going to be about how depleted the Eagles are. So I'm gonna go with the Eagles on this one. Burrow has his opportunity to prove tonight that he's ready. But it might take Burrow the full season just to get acclimated to the NFL. You can't rush these rookies as much as you want them to. So I got Eagles. Who you got, George?
got the Eagles. Not an impressive, not in a feel good kind of victory, but I think they get it done.
This could be the ugliest game of the week.
I think that's going to belong to the Niners and the Giants.
Yeah, well,
Only because of injuries for the Niners and all participation of the Giants.
So Jimmy G might play. He might be able to bring a little continuity to that offense. even though his receivers are out, like Ford and everybody.
Kittle.
Yep, Kittle, all of them. Debo.
And then
All right. So
Jesse make his pick.
True.
Jesse
Bengals.
Drew.
Yeah, I'll go right now. I'm gonna pick the Eagles on this one. I think that I just think that the Eagles are just not gonna say that they're a young team. I just don't. You know how it is when you're playing a game and they have a rookie starting against you, and you just have that feeling like you're not gonna let a rookie beat you. So I think that they're gonna come out with that attitude. Carson Wentz is gonna come out, firing off a little bit, But I'm pick the Eagles this one. Don't get me wrong, like George said, you can start Joe Burrow, against the defense, but I just feel like the Bengals are just not mature enough as the Eagles, having that veteran Carson Wentz, you know what I mean, going at the helm against Joe Burrow. So I'm favoring Carson Wentz over Joe Burrow on this one, and the fact that they don't want to get beaten by a rookie, because nobody wants to get beat by a rookie. So,
And depleted or not, the Eagles have a better defense. But we have to remember the Bengals were the first pick in the draft for a reason. So
exactly.
expect one
And they're
player and
0-2, correct?
contender.
Bengals are 0-2.
Yeah, both teams.
Yeah. So
Someone's going to get their first win.
one of these
Yep.
dumpster fires are going to get put out this week. We'll figure out which one it is.
Yep.
And I got more faith that the Eagles and Doug Peterson are going to figure it out first.
Yeah, and we're going to hear more digital boos for these quarterbacks. Don't worry.
And as I said, you got Alshon Jeffrey back for the first time this season, so that's going to take a lot of attention from the defense and pressure off the younger receivers.
Alshon's coming off of Liz Frank injury, which is a 9 to 12 month recovery time. He's at about 9 months now, so he's on the early side of his recovery process. So I don't know if you can rely on him. Definitely don't start him in your fantasy leagues because we don't know if he's going to be on a pitch count or if he's going to be as productive. So if you have Alshon Jeffrey and you're thinking about maybe having a surprise start this week, I would say do not do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust him on fantasy. My point is more that he provides it takes pressure off of the other Eagles wide receivers. So I would go with them over Alshon. Rager, is he out?
Yeah, he's out 6 to 8 weeks.
Yep. Just like Christian McCaffrey, man. So who is Deshaun Jackson? He's still playing, so it's going to be him and Alshon.
If Alshon plays, he's expected to play. I don't know if he actually plays, but it would be him and Alshon. Yeah.
Hopefully, I see a few deep balls of Deshaun Jackson. I picked him up. Haven't seen much of him lately, but he's always there.
Game. He had a good game last week in the second half when Eagles started getting some momentum going.
Oh, okay.
But
for sure.
I feel he'll have a lot more opportunities against this Bengal defense. So.
Yeah, most definitely.
He's not going against Ramsey and stuff.
Yeah, most definitely. Might have to start him actually.
Might be a good flex start right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so who do you got? True. Who'd you say?
I said the who was it against? The Bengals and I went with Philly.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the home team.
I think
on
they're
this.
more experienced, and Cincinnati hasn't shown that they're out that city where just they can't win. They're still in that position, so they haven't earned that out yet. I don't think.
When was the last time that the Eagles were not underdogs?
Exactly.
For real.
So, they're used to starting rough and then pulling it together.
Yeah, most definitely.
They're one of the teams that when times get harder, when the trials
get stronger,
get tougher, they glue. They get they get it done.
Most definitely,
They,
though. Most
they got
definitely.
they got one of the best head coaches in the league with Doug Peterson, and
Mm.
if anybody can get some guys to buy in and step it up, it's him. So we'll give him a shot. We'll see how their game plan comes together for the Bengals. I expect them to get it done, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was kind of an ugly, sloppy game.
Yeah, I think that the Bengals are going to lose due to execution rather than the Eagles really beating up on them. I think it's just going to be miscues.
Yeah. Who can play better, the most efficient?
You get a first down, but instead it's a holding call, and then like those kind of silly
messing up drives.
Mental mistakes
that didn't need to happen. Just little things. A pick six early, and it's just going to kind of snowball through the game.
Yeah, mental mistakes are huge for a young team, especially with the rookie quarterback. And Jim Schwartz does really well against rookie quarterbacks, but I don't know. The Eagles' defense has to prove it to me this year. They haven't been playing good football yet.
Yeah, exactly. So, Jesse, Eagles or
Jesse's gone. He sent a message saying he's gone.
Yeah, I didn't even notice his screen disappeared. All right, so yep. Well, see you later, Jesse. Have a good day at work, Comrade.
Yes, sir.
We'll save the life at the hospital.
Our next game, we have the Texans playing against the Steelers.
That's a good game.
Yeah. I know who I'm going with already.
I don't really know who I'm going with. This one's tough.
I'm gonna go with.
I could see going either way.
I'm gonna go with the Steelers on this one because only because Watson. It's just like he just hasn't had the
since
time.
Hopkins
he lost
left
one receiver and hurting him now because Kyle Fuller. I mean, like he was pretty much catchless. Or Kyle Fuller. Will Fuller.
Will Fuller. There you go.
Catchless last game. And he's their speed guy. Cooks has been doing well.
Mm-hmm. He's not a bad player at all. He just injuries,
A lot of concussion.
Yeah.
Defenses are starting to figure out Watson's game plan. They know which way he's trying to roll out of the pocket. They know where he's trying to check it down to. David Johnson to me is a factor in this game. If he can get going and take that pressure off Watson getting rushed, then Watson will be able to find his way and pick his spots. But I just see that Steelers offense rolling right now. Unless J.J. Watt gets busy and if the corners can cover Juju and man, I'm always forgetting this dude's name now. No.
Willful or Devontae Freeman?
No, the receiver for Steelers.
Opposite Juju, that's Devontae Freeman. I added him. Another pick.
Yeah, so he stepping up.
Because he was subbing for Juju when he was out. He scored a touchdown, and Juju was in the stands acting like he was a fan.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he took his place over that. So
yeah. And they've been Big Ben's been looking back to form. It's going to be a good match. I see the Steelers edging this one out, mainly more on defense.
Yeah, I feel that Steelers have the better defense as well. But give me Watson. I don't think he wants to go 0-3. I think that J.J. Watt gets after Big Ben. Watt's been looking really good, getting back to form here. And as the older brother, he can't let his younger brother win.
Yeah, that plays into it.
So strictly based off of the Watt family rivalry, give me the big brother J.J. Watt and the Texans edging this one out here.
Yeah, well, I mean, with
start
TJ,
everybody
with TJ on that team, they are the third best right now, the Steelers. So to me, that shows me that Watson's going to have to make a lot of plays.
Yeah, give me like a 34-31 type game. I feel this one's going to be some points on the board.
Most definitely.
28-34 kind of game.
But give me Watson with the game-winning drive, man. I like it.
Okay, I like that. I hope the Texans get it done, man.
Yeah, I like to see that too.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of these teams are going to start out 0-3. I think
Yeah,
some of these
exactly.
0-2 teams going to get their first win this week.
And for the ones who can get 0-3, they ain't having that. So they're gonna be playing like it's a playoff game.
Yeah.
Your odds go low, making the playoffs at 0-3.
Exactly.
The first 4, you don't want to go anything less than 2-2.
Yep, real talk.
So we'll see how that works. But yeah, I just see the Steelers edging out here.
Yeah, same.
No,
I just feel like their Steelers
happy
are
if
a better whole team. They got defense and offense rolling. So
yeah, I'm not going to put my draft for the Texans.
But yeah, like you said, I wouldn't count out Watson for having balling out this game because, like you said, he doesn't want to go 0-3. Because he may as well almost give up your season if you go 0-3.
Yeah.
My problem is that it's not going to be up to Watson. It's going to be up to that Texans defense, and outside they haven't impressed me that much. And
Steelers are more like a machine.
When they lost Honey Badger and Merciless, it's like, or not Merciless, was it Jevion?
They lost him a while ago.
Yeah, but I'm saying since then that defense has slowly just been not getting better. It's been getting worse. So I would like them to actually finally invest into that defense again.
Yeah, I just feel like both these defense are going to be getting scored on, and I think Watson will be able to get it done in the fourth quarter compared to Big Ben. Big Ben's going to get it done early, and then maybe slow down in the fourth.
I could see that. Then we got to worry about Connor. Is Connor in or out? I can't remember if he.
I think he's in.
And so I
think he's in.
Yeah, I'm saying start your players on this one, except for the defenses, in my opinion.
Yeah, I see some points to be had in fantasy for sure. So who you got, True? Steelers or Texans?
No, I'm just gonna, as much as I want to see Deshaun Watson pull this one out, I'm just gonna go with the Steelers just because they're more of a machine. They got their offense rolling. They got a better defense. So I'm just gonna give them the edge just based on that. And it's gonna be a lot of pressure on Watson to come through. For the 0-3. So it's gonna be a tough game for him. It might be. I'm not gonna say he's gonna be overwhelmed, but he just can't do it all himself.
Exactly.
Yeah. So he just can't pull it. But I like to see him pull it off because he's a good quarterback.
The fourth quarter, he will make you pay.
Yeah. I just feel like
you let him hang around until the end of the game.
Yeah. Exactly.
The Steelers.
Yep.
You got to play all 60 minutes to beat Watson. That's for sure.
Yep.
So we have 2 Steelers and 1 Texan then?
Yep.
All right. Moving on to the next game, we have the Jets traveling to Indiana to take on the Colts to Indianapolis. So I have zero faith in the Jets. I'm gonna take the Colts.
Same.
That's all I say
just
about
taking Colts, just strictly Phillip Rivers.
Sam Darnold picking it up. I can't pick the Jets for anything right now.
Yeah.
Taking the Colts big, start your Colts, sit your Jets. Cool your Jets.
I feel that Rivers finally finds some chemistry with his receivers, but for some reason I just don't see any of them going to TY. Maybe on a pitch count or something. But yeah, so I'll probably stay away from TY. I've made that mistake the past 2 weeks, so I'm gonna sit him this game, and see which other ones are doing well. You have Mac Mac for the running back for the Colts. I'd start him if he's not the one that's hurt. So there's
Yeah, hard to keep track of all these injuries now.
It's hard to keep up injuries on just two teams. And then whenever every team has like 5 injuries,
It's crazy. It's the craziest year. We, just like we predicted.
300 injuries feels like across the league.
At least.
So anybody taking the Jets? Anybody want to say anything else about this game?
Mm-mm.
Where's those crickets at? Hit those crickets.
There you
There we go. Even the crickets all picked against the Jets.
That's it.
All right. So
for my Jets fans out there.
So now that we gave a brutally in-depth look at that game, let's move on to our next one.
We have Teddy Bridgewater and the CMC-less Panthers traveling to take on the Los Angeles Chargers.
Ooh, this one's pretty
Yeah.
good. Without
Yeah, this gonna be
CMC, this
good.
one makes it interesting. Give me the Chargers, though. I think Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler, and wait for it, my boy Hubbard, not
Hubbard.
Tyrod, my boy Hubbard going out there and getting it done this week. Give
I
me
saw struggle without CMC too.
Yeah, I would say start Robbie Anderson and Teddy Bridgewater on the Carolina Panthers. You can start the backup running back. I'm not quite sure who it's going to be, but I wouldn't have too much faith in him because obviously he's not CMC. And the Chargers defense did a good job against running back so far this year.
I want to say this is the backup running back. I think it's Mike Davis.
It sounds like a Panthers backup player right there. That sounds like the most Panther name.
Yep.
Oh,
I already had a Davis in the backfield back in the day.
yeah. So
Can't
give me the
remember his name.
Chargers winning, but not because they play a lot better game, but because the lack of CMC is really going to hurt the offense for the Panthers. So
It's
give me
going
the
to
Chargers.
take away their run game. So if they have production with their run game with their backup, they have a good shot to win this game. But I don't see it against the Chargers this week.
You want to hear a controversial statement here? Give me the San Diego Superchargers. If anybody remembers what Madden game that's from, you win a high five.
Real talk.
I miss the Chargers being San Diego.
Oh yeah. San Diego's. Yeah.
I don't like two LA teams. That's just strange.
Yeah.
There's no point for
And
it.
they did it after us Rams, so they the ones copying us.
But that stadium, beautiful.
We have states that have 0 teams. Let's spread the love. Where's Idaho's team at?
California got like 8 football teams.
Texas too. But yeah, so oh man, this is going to be a good game. But I did pick up Robbie Anderson, and I am starting him this week. Just so you know, that's who I switched out for Allen Robinson this week.
Nice.
So it's going to be Anderson, and Hill.
Nice. Speed.
Actually, I think I might even have a third one, and I might even put Allen in the slot, depending.
So let's break down this game. What do you think is going to happen here?
I think Chargers are going to get it done. I don't know. I feel if there's a game that goes to overtime this week, this might be the game.
Sounds about right.
So I expect maybe 24-21 win for the Chargers.
Very nice. What about you, Drew?
Yeah, I'm going Chargers. I think, Teddy Bridgewater, don't get me wrong, he's cool, but without CMC, there's going to be a whole different offense, and like you said, Hubbard and, Hubbard came out showing that he could actually wing the ball a little bit, and, like you said, they got Eckler, running back. So I just my gut's telling me the Chargers on this one. So I'm just, that's my gut feeling,
Okay, so I think all three of us taking the Chargers.
Yeah. I just, without CMC there, what is it? Fourth and passing is definitely going to drop because they don't have to worry as much with those passes out the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
So say all you want, but a big reason why that passing yardage is all the way up is because CMC gets the catches. It's
Most definitely.
and definitely spreads that offense out or that defense out and opens everybody else up. So without that, they're going to be able to play a little tighter. So expect those numbers to go down. But just as I thought, Teddy Bridgewater not playing as well as I thought he was going to do outside of the Saints. So
give him some time to grow with this team.
Yeah.
It's week 2 and everybody didn't have an off season, training camps to pick up all these offenses. So
right?
It's going to be sloppy until about halfway through the season. Then
I feel like week 5 they're going to start,
Yeah, week 5 is usually around.
Yeah, that's usually when it starts heating up.
But yeah, and he just lost half his offense with one player, so injured.
All of his offense with one player.
So we'll see how Bridgewater recovers this week and next without him, and that'll give us a better indication of how he's going to do. But yeah, it's still early. But I just haven't seen that same zip on the ball, and yeah, I think it's just he's in his head right now.
Be right back, yo.
We all got the Chargers on this one. Let's slide on over to our next game.
Who's next?
We have the Lions traveling to take on the Cardinals. 0-2.
Okay.
0-2 Lions and 2-0 new identity Arizona Cardinals. I like that offense the way it's playing right now for Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins being a true number one receiver for his quarterback as always. And then you have Larry Fitzgerald still out there, drawing the defense's attention. But I definitely see the Cardinals winning this game. I just don't see that defense for the Lions being able to hold up against that receiving core. But I do see the Lions offense being able to keep up. So I expect a higher scoring game, maybe a 21-28 kind of game, maybe even closer, 24-27. But I'm going to go with the Cardinals on this one. Who you got, Drew?
I don't think he's back yet. I'll take it.
I thought you left.
So, no, that's true. So, yeah, I got the same thing. Cardinals are playing really good football right now. Lions aren't playing very great football. I feel you can probably start Kerryon Johnson, maybe AP. Matthew Stafford might be an okay play. Other than that, not really having too much faith in these Lions players. Yeah, start your Cardinals for sure. Kenyon Drake's been balling. Murray's been balling. Hopkins and Fitz always balling. I don't know how Larry Fitzgerald's been doing in fantasy points, but if you got DeAndre Hopkins, he's definitely a great start.
Yeah.
So
Fit great in fantasy, but it's more he's helping out his teammates.
yeah, give me the Cardinals cruising to a victory here, like 31-17, something like that.
Okay.
Start your Cardinals.
So who you got, Dossie? You got Lions
Def-
traveling to take on Cardinals.
Yep, it's definitely Cardinals on this one. Kyler Murray and Hopkins. It's just they're flying right now on offensively. So and I'm not sure if I am a believer in Matt Stafford, but I just don't think he has enough weaponry to keep up with the Cardinals on this one. So I think
Especially Dolphins. Yeah.
I'm going with Cardinals 28-14.
Okay, nice. I'm gonna go 28-17 Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
Like that score better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so next up we have the Buccaneers taking on the Broncos at home. No Miller, no faith in the Broncos. Melvin Gordon was playing a little bit better last week, so let's see. Hopefully he he plays good this week for my fantasy team's sake.
Mm-hmm.
I got Brady in this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you. I'm gonna take Tampa Bay on this one. I think Tampa Bay's starting to figure it out. Tom Brady starting to find his range here with these receivers. Started
Yeah.
looking good. I don't have the most faith in the Broncos. I know that their defense has been a lot better, but they still don't have enough to get it done on offense. Especially with a team like the Buccaneers who can
Portland
put
Sutton
up
out
points
for
in a hurry. They can control the ball. They can control the tempo. They can hold most of that clock, that time of possession to keep the other team from putting up points. So give me Tampa Bay here. Start your Bucks. I would say on the other side, really don't have anybody worth starting. If Sutton's healthy, maybe start him.
he's out for the
But
year.
yeah, so I wouldn't really start anybody on the Broncos. I would avoid at all costs.
I mean, if you have to use Melvin Gordon, he'll probably see a lot of carries, but production wise, we'll have to see.
Until Gordon starts showing that he can be productive in this Broncos offense, because he was productive in the Chargers offense, but he's not as productive in this Broncos offense with this quarterback Drew Lock. So
He had a good week
um,
last week. He even got in the end zone. No fumbles this time. So week 1 was rough for him. Week 2 was a good week for him. So we'll see how.
who'd they play last week?
Oh man, I have to look at my fantasy here.
Yeah, I remember too. I was watching highlights earlier. Missed it though.
It wasn't Washington or something. Anyways, keep breaking it down. I'll find it.
Oh well, that was it. True. Why don't you go ahead and run us down?
Yeah. Obviously, on this one, I'm taking the Bucks. Like you said, I feel like they're catching the rhythm. Tom Brady's getting the hang of it. Everybody's starting to buy in to what's going on. The Broncos, I don't see them keeping up offensively at all without a quarterback. And they signed up Blake Bortles to a 1-year deal. But, no kind of any continuity for him with the team yet, And like you said, the Bucks, they can control the minimum where they want to pass or run in with Fournette and clock them, just keep the time running. I feel like their offense is going to dictate the game. So, yeah, I'm going with the Bucks 28-13.
Nice.
Yeah. So week 1, he had. Wait, what is this? Yeah, week 1 he played the Titans. Week 2 he played the Steelers. So
Steelers, okay.
week 1 he had 13 point. 15 carries for 79 yards, a touchdown. And last week he also had 70 yards. So he's getting 70 yards a game, which is pretty good.
Is he getting a lot of targets in the passing game?
It looks like 3 a game.
Yeah, so not that many compared
Yeah.
to his old role in the Chargers. But that's still good production.
A lot of
But
checkdowns. He had a receiving touchdown last week, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice little catch.
Yeah, so I would say start Gordon. Is he the true number one? They're not really using Lindsey then?
No, they're not
Yeah.
really using.
Okay. I
think
thought they
he's
were going to
still
be splitting carries.
Philip Lindsay was hurt, so I don't know if he's healthy yet or not.
Oh yeah, it's hard to keep track.
So much. We just have a separate show on injuries.
I know, like people will leave the game. It'll be like Monday, and then all of a sudden, oh, this person's out for the season. It's like they weren't even on the injury report like 30 minutes ago. Now they're out for the season. Like what happened? So that's crazy this year.
So our next game, we have a crazy game. It's possible. Cowboys at Seattle. So
Seahawks, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I gotta go with Russell Wilson on this one, and he's got 9 touchdowns in 2 games.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
But Dak also had 5 touchdowns in his last game.
It's actually going to be a good matchup, actually. It's going to be actually pretty good, I think.
I could see either team winning it.
Yeah, most definitely.
See, here's the thing that I noticed is that Seattle doesn't have the best corners.
Mm-hmm.
So the Cowboys, they got a trio of wide receivers there.
Cooper Lamb,
and Gallup.
Yeah.
They can all get open, make plays, move the ball. What really it'll come down to is red zone defense. Can they stop the Cowboys from scoring in the red zone?
Yeah, with Zeke, that's not going to happen.
I think that they contain him. I don't think that they stop him, but I think that they contain him good enough to get the win.
Yeah, most definitely. I feel it.
It's at Seattle, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Seattle doesn't really lose at home, even though the 12th man is on the couch instead of in the stands. I still feel that their presence is going to be felt. So give me the Seahawks here winning by let's say 34-27.
Yeah, I feel that's about right.
And then let's see, start Russell Wilson, start Chris Carson, start Tyler Lockett, start Metcalf, start
Olsen?
No. You take Olsen and you put him on the waivers where he belongs.
Lockett, that was
not getting targets. Greg Olsen is primarily being used as a blocker. He's not really. If he is running routes, he's not getting open, and you can't really rely on tight ends this year anyway. But you definitely can't rely on Greg Olsen at your tight end.
Yeah, but Greg Olsen was playing football, was a rookie when I was playing football, So, he's had a good time.
Yeah. And then I would say start Dak, start Cooper, start Gallup and Zeke. But I would temper off expectations for any of the defenses as well as the Cowboys tight end. They signed a new one. I'm not really sure how he's doing yet. So you have to see how he's incorporating himself into that offense. So I feel like maybe not yet, but maybe a good pickup on the waiver to keep on your bench to see if he picks it up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I say Seattle by 3. It's gonna be a close one. Final drive kind of thing.
It's gonna be a good one. I'm actually probably gonna watch that one.
Because does Seattle ever win a game by 1 score or less? It was like all last year they won all their games by 1 score.
I mean, that's all it takes, though.
Missed by an inch or a mile. Still
Just got to
missed.
get the station to the dance. That's all you need. So our next game, everybody pick Seahawks.
Yeah.
Green Bay travels to New Orleans to take on Drew Brees and the Michael Thomasless Saints.
Walk us through it.
Aaron Rodgers and everyone named Aaron on the Packers has been balling out.
Yeah.
Malcolm Jenkins back there on that Saints defense. It's going to be critical if he can, it's hard, but, you got to deceive Aaron Rodgers a little bit. I don't like the fact that the Saints do not have Michael Thomas, and they're not even using Emmanuel Sanders, so I dropped him 2 weeks in a row. Catches, not even looking his way when Michael Thomas.
That's something too, because Manuel's been good since he came into the league. Still be making plays. Yeah.
Solid last year, and now it's like, what?
Yeah.
It's just he's not one of the. And Drew Brees is throwing passes to everybody but him. So I'm like, did he say something to Drew Brees? Do they not like each other? So I don't know, man, but I don't trust Emmanuel Sanders at all right now in that offense. Hate to do it. I want him to lose, but I'm going to have to go Packers on this one. I just think they're going to – Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones are going to be able to move that ball against that defense, put together long drives that keep Drew Brees off the field. And when they're on the field, I feel that there's going to be some hiccups on the Saints side.
Most definitely.
It'll give Aaron Rodgers a chance, and he'll end up probably winning the game. So I'm going to have to pick Packers, even though I don't want to.
Yeah, I got the same. Aaron Rodgers is right behind Russell Wilson when it comes to balling out this year for quarterbacks. Yeah, definitely going to want to start Aaron Jones. He's been playing like a madman. Yeah, so definitely start everybody except Michael Thomas. And the defenses here, I expect higher scoring game. Give me Green Bay here taking it. Say 35-31, something like that.
Okay. I don't think the Saints are going to put up as much as they normally do, so I'd say maybe a 31-21 kind of game.
Yeah.
What about you, Trey?
I'm definitely going with Aaron Rodgers. I feel like, he has Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones, while Drew Brees only doesn't have Michael Thomas. He has Amokamura, and, maybe load the box against him and, see what you can do about that. But, I'm definitely taking Rodgers, on this one. Trust Rodgers over a limited Drew Brees. And I think that the score, I'm thinking the score about 24 to maybe 13. That's what I want to say.
Ooh, low scoring game.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so everybody went Green Bay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't getting invited back. No, so we have our final game, which is going to be the game of the week. Hands down.
Night.
Everything always comes down to Monday night, as we know in fantasy football.
Yeah.
We have the Chiefs and Mahomes traveling to take on Lamar Jackson.
Oh, I'm going to have to see this.
And I'm going to, right off the bat, Ravens winning this game based on defense.
I'm going with Ravens too. I just feel like both offenses, but they have that defense. They have that defense, and they're young and nasty.
You just got to slow down Mahomes enough for Lamar Jackson.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
slow him down
I
that
just want
much.
to see. I just want to see quarterbacks just vicking it left and right. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, I see a high scoring game here, but I see the Chiefs actually pulling it out here with an overtime win. I think this is a game that goes to overtime.
For
I say
sure.
Lamar Jackson has some like cool like game tying drive at the end, and then Chiefs get the ball and just run it right down the field. Put it in the end zone. Don't even give
Yeah, it's going to be
the
good. It's
Ravens a
going to be good to
chance.
see what the defenses can do.
But I think the Chiefs defense is actually better than the Ravens defense, and I think that the Chiefs defense matches up better against the Ravens offense than the Chiefs offense against the Ravens defense. I really like Patrick Queen. I really think he's going to do some good things and maybe give Kelsey a little bit of fits. But, man, I don't know if Sammy Watkins is going to be healthy. He took a pretty dirty, cheap shot last week.
Feel bad for the player who picked him up, too.
Yep. So we're going to go with the Chiefs here, still getting it done. I feel like they got a lot more weapons and their defense comes to play. So give me like a
George, pick him up.
Give me a 34-31 over to or well, yeah,
Still goal in overtime.
yeah. Well, I think that they're gonna score a touchdown, so yeah, let's go like 30. What would that be? 38-31. So yeah, let's go 38-31.
Okay. Say Mahomes gets the opening drive of overtime for a touchdown.
Yeah. I mean, I think they might run it in, but I think Patrick Mahomes leads them down there.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, and that rookie running back's pretty good.
Yeah, start everybody but the defense.
Yeah. Yeah. So, True, you picked.
Yeah, I'm going with the Ravens on this one. Just 'cause I feel like Lamar and just his scrambling ability is going to be a headache for that defense. He's too fast, and it's going to cause a lot more problems for a defense than Mahomes is scrambling, so to speak. But like you said, I definitely see Mahomes coming back and winning this. I definitely see a game possibly going to overtime, 24-21. Ravens.
A lower scoring, nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So 2 Ravens and a Chiefs walking to the bar.
No, 2 Chiefs and a Ravens.
Me and True went Ravens.
I thought True just said Patrick Mahomes gonna have the game winner.
No. I mean, like I see I said it can go, either way. Patrick Mahomes, I can see like you said, him driving for the final. But I'm sticking with the Ravens, and I feel like if it's overtime, I think the Ravens will get it. I just trust in Lamar's scrambling too much. He gets big yards when he scrambles. Not like Mahomes, maybe 10, 15-yard gallop. He goes. That's just, it's going to get you each time he gets 20, 25, 30 on a run. It's going to get in your head. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's usually how it works.
Yep, the frustration is real with the scrambling quarterbacks.
You want to know the difference between a winner and a loser? About a handful of good plays.
Basically.
About 3 or 4 plays makes the game.
That's it. Exactly.
Well, just keep a lookout for all that. So we'll see how we do this week. I feel we did pretty good last week, but it's a crazy year, crazy season, crazy injuries, crazy everything. Yep. So
I'm loving every second of it.
So why wouldn't these
play the game, Coach?
Yep. So before we sign off here, any final words? Any closing comments? No, didn't think so.
Perfect. Yeah, definitely. Good luck to everybody this week in fantasy football. Hit us up with some more waiver wire questions. some start sit-ems if you're having some issues deciding between some players. Go ahead and send those our way. We'll try to help you out the best we can. And follow us on our social medias, ScottSportscast everywhere, Spotify, YouTube, everywhere you got it. So have a good fantasy week. Enjoy some football. Try not to stress out too much if you're 0-2 or if you're 2-0. There's a lot of football left. Be active on those waivers and keep plugging, keep chugging, keep winning some fantasy football games if you're in the winning column. If not, get that first dub this week.
That's it.
Oh yeah. What do you got, True? You got any words for us?
And just, looking forward to the football season. A lot of madness with the injuries, so we won't know who's going to be playing by the time playoffs comes. You never know, you just never know when the big names are going to come back in enough time. It's just a wild season, so I'm loving every second of it.
Yeah, it's totally with the overall power rankings and the overall records of these teams. So it's going to be who's affected most and when.
Yep, and when.
Yeah,
and
and
you want to get them early out the way. You don't want to have late.
Yeah, because that CMC injury is no joke, dude. If they're talking 6 to 8 weeks, dude, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to have to come up with a whole new plan for the, whole new plan.
My fantasy team had to have a whole new plan, too.
Yep. Yeah, I feel it.
So welcome Melvin Gordon.
That's what happens when you base your team off of one player. When that player goes down, it's tough. So these NFL teams that try to build around one superstar,
the
reason why they don't pan out too well is you got to build a great team. And, fantasy
Exactly.
football is a little bit different, and where you don't have to pay for, unless you do auction, you don't really have to
it's not
put resources. So
yeah, like David Montgomery and CMC is a completely different running back combo than Melvin Gordon and David.
It's more of a team sport, It's not basketball. You know what I mean? Where you can just, I forgot exactly what was the question? I had a point, or you said something. You said something. I forgot what I was gonna say.
About CMC, Melvin Gordon
being injured for weeks. Oh, and football is more of a team sport than basketball. Basketball you can have one star and he can take you to the playoffs, but you're not gonna have one player on the football team that's gonna lead you. Brady can't even do it no more. So
exactly.
So.
Yep, and that's the thing is you're only as strong as your weakest link. So tighten chains up, boys.
And I'm looking forward to seeing some of these veterans get back to form, starting out a little bit slow, which they normally do. This season, obviously, the shortened training camps, they're a little bit behind. So let's see who can get that rust off this week. And so hopefully some guys like Derrick Henry can actually start scoring some points here. Quit being shy of that red zone, open those floodgates.
Yeah,
most definitely.
Just got to get one, and then the floodgates open.
He's got to get the carries eventually. Henry's got to get the carries eventually. It's like, what's their record?
Who?
Tennessee?
2-0.
2-0, okay, for sure. So they're a little comfortable with Henry right now, Nothing too bad's going on, so, yep.
But you don't want it to be a theme for the season. You want to show
exactly.
Start putting in different running schemes, start pushing and pulling different people, different areas, and trying to see where he'll develop.
Yep.
And hit them.
Definitely.
Hard,
So
hit it bad.
I know this football's starting to get its trend back to where, like the power backs are coming back, They want that ball security and just to, run the defense over and kill clock, So it's cool to see that getting integrated back in football, For a second, the power back, which is not thought of really, It's cool to see it come back.
Yeah, you need to change your pace back, but you also need your third down back, your goal back. And
Yep.
so why not have a power back that can do a little bit of both, you know?
Yeah, most definitely.
Well, if you got a team of all the same pieces, it's probably not going to be as effective. You got to have some diverse pieces to complement all these things. So whenever you got all these speed backs in the league, and now power backs are starting to come, those speed guys opened up a lot of lanes and stuff for these power guys to get right in there and score some more points. But
Mm.
it doesn't mean that these power backs are scoring points, because at the end of the day, you got to get in that red zone. If you're a power
Yep.
back, if you're not getting in the red zone, you're not producing.
That's true. You ain't producing. Real talk.
So,
Yep. And NFL stands for not for long. So better get in while you can. Get your money. Well, other than that, I think that's going to do it from us here at the Scott Sportscast. I want to thank everybody for listening or watching, depending on where. Follow us on all of our social medias. We have the Scott Sportscast at Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anything you want to find it on, I'm sure you can. All you got to do is look for it. So thank everybody for listening, and we will catch you next time.